Hello and welcome back, Curious. In today's episode, we are going to fill you with motivation to fulfill your goals and objectives. Don't believe me? Well, let's take a closer look at Oprah Winfrey's step to success. She is one of the most successful presenters in the United States, so how did she build her empire? We all know that in business world, relationships are essential to climb the ladder of success. So who are Oprah's close friends? How much is her mind-blowing empire valued at? What was the defining moment of her life? Getting to where she is today, there were scandals, problems, slander, and all kind of speculations that you could think of. But what was the situation that made this woman unbreakable and become the symbol of struggle and a clear example of will and power? We'll give you the answers to all these questions and more, but before we continue, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. So curious, get comfortable and maybe while you're at it, grab us some pen and paper to write down Winfrey's secret recipe to rise the ladder of success both in television as in the world of business. In the world of Oprah, I believe luck is preparation meeting opportunity. If you hadn't been prepared when the opportunity came along, you wouldn't have been lucky. Certainly a winning phrase of a woman who was not afraid of success, and therefore we will give you a brief but interesting expert from her rise to fame. Oprah Winfrey was born on January 29, 1954 in Kosciuszko in a rural town in Mississippi. Her mother became pregnant at the age of 18, and her childhood was hard, and she lived on her grandmother's farm for the first years of her life. Her poverty was very serious, and due to their financial situation, her grandmother would make dresses for her out of potato sacks. It is also worth mentioning that in those days, racism was rampant in the United States. Because of the color of her skin, her grandmother did not have much faith in Oprah and her future. In fact, the presenter said that her grandmother thought that she would only work as a housekeeper for white people. Even her classmates made fun of her at school because of her attire, but she did not want that fate for herself. She had dreams and wanted to carry out a message of inclusion for all those children who also suffered a situation much similar to hers. At the age of 9, she was intimately abused by her 19-year-old cousin, who told her to keep it a secret and to go out and buy ice cream. She kept what happened to herself, but unfortunately, it was not the only abuse she suffered, as it wasn't just her cousin, but also her uncle and a family friend. And she kept all this quiet, and then at the age of 14, she became pregnant, but after being born, the baby passed away. Afterward, her mother had sent her to her father's house, and after that event, she did not return to her grandmother's house. Oprah's father, on the other hand, was an extremely disciplined and strict man, and it all left a mark on her, since from that moment on her life changed forever. Graduating from school with honors, winning a beauty contest and even excelling in public speaking, and thanks to this, she won a college scholarship to study communication. Her career beginnings were as a reporter, and afterward, she started her own show, the legendary Oprah Winfrey Show, in September 1985, which was shown all over the world, broadcast to millions upon millions of viewers, and as you know, the rest is history. From there on, her success only grew, and although, as we have said before, she did not have a good childhood, she is an example of a person who did not let her past circumstances mark her life, and this is where the legendary success begins. Oprah has not only been seen in the world of the small screen, but she has also been involved in the world of cinema. She has made her acting debut in a period drama film, Color Purple, and the film Beloved, where she played Seth. She has also sent her voice in several children's movies such as Princess and the Frog and Charlotte's Web. And where children are concerned, she is also aware of the suffering that exists in their world. And so this presenter is characterized by her social conscience, and for this reason, she has set up her own charity organization formed in 1998, the Oprah Winfrey Foundation. Among the awards Oprah has won are several Emmys for Best Talk Show, and she was the first black woman to be ranked as one of the billionaires in America, first appearing on the list in 2003, and her name continues to appear on the list to this day, as her net worth only surely grows. And of course, we cannot leave you without mentioning the messages that she had given at the Golden Globes, and that had everyone talking about her. The speech was with regards to the Me Too movement and the harassment that many had experienced in the entertainment industry. The words that many had found to be profound and the ones that resonated with many were, "Speaking your truth is the most powerful tool we all have." But the important question is the truth really Oprah's most powerful tool? Well, curious, have you ever heard the secret to success? Allegedly, great figures worldwide such as Larry King, Will Smith, and of course Oprah as well, have dedicated themselves to the law of attraction and positive thinking, which is one of the foundations of the secret of success. And speaking of Larry King, why not find out more about the successful of the late journalist by checking out our previous video by clicking on the link above. But for now, stay with us to learn more about Oprah. But success also goes hand in hand with having relationships, and that's what happened to Oprah, as she got to rub elbows with the elite of American society, and not just in the US, but even in the British royal family. And yes, we're talking about her friendship with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, as well as Meghan's mom. Among her other friends are the Obamas, Gayle King, Tyler Perry, with whom she even shares a business together. In addition to her friends list, there are also those long-lasting ones, such as her close relations with Deepak Chopra, who she considered her mentor, Maya Angelou, Ava DuVernay. In addition, there is also actress Julia Roberts, and of course Beyonce, plus the famous Dr. Phil, and we could dedicate a whole separate video to this friends list, since thanks to her career and trajectory, she has had many friendships that had also brought in many benefits, such as the explosive interview she did with Meghan and Harry, which allegedly was a non-profit one. Well, not for them, at least, as all the profits went to the TV network, and of course to Oprah. Though here remember we mentioned Oprah's success, and that she is a fan of The Secret, but not so secret key to success. Well, it is time we get into how the law of attraction that she used from the early success was evident going into the 2000s. With her undisputed and continued success in the 21st century, Oprah, the protagonist of this episode, became a multi-millionaire. She produced a Broadway musical version of the movie The Color Purple. She had created the website Oprah.com. In addition to all this, she also devised a plan to launch a 24-hour on-air channel called Oprah Radio on Sirius XM satellite radio. In addition to all of the above, she continued to host her talk show until 2011. After she created OWN, which stands for Oprah Winfrey Network, of which she is the executive director. Of course, all of the above has impacted her bank account immensely, but that's not all. In 2015, she bought a 10% equity stake in Weight Watchers International and became a spokesperson for the famed subscription-based weight loss program. In addition to being a philanthropist, she has also been a potential political advocate for many years. This included Oprah campaigning for one of her aforementioned friends, the former President of the United States, Barack Obama, who in turn later awarded Winfrey with the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2013. In 2018, she has received the Cecil B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Award, where in her acceptance speech she talked about the aggression she experienced in show business. All this success is solely the result of Winfrey's hard work, resilience, and a business-savvy attitude, which has led her to achieve this undisputed success in multiple industries, which in turn had made her one of the richest self-made billionaires in America, not forgetting to mention the variety of books that she has written. In 1996, she launched her famous book club on the Angel Network. In 1998, she co-founded Oxygen Media, a women-only programming company, and if all this wasn't enough, she also created her magazine, The Oprah Magazine, which launched in 2000. Today, she is one of the richest and most powerful personalities in show business, valued at around $2.5 billion. Although it seems that Oprah has decided to do new projects, including her show with Prince Harry about mental health, something that has had the dynamic trio of Oprah, Meghan and Harry very busy with regards to working on it. Even Forbes magazine has appreciated the success of this woman and has made and even went as far as to call Ellen the new Oprah. But what do you think about that, Curious? Since she has now cancelled her daytime show, it looks like Forbes might be looking for someone else to call the new Oprah. Who do you think that should be? Also, since we are speaking of Ellen, why not check out our previous video to find out how that presenter had come to where she is today by checking out our previous video by clicking on the link above. It's so curious. We're beginning to think that this secret key to success really works. And what about you? Do you think Oprah really is a person who deserves the success she has had throughout her life? Has she taken advantage of the privileged friendships she enjoys? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.